Record. Go. Okay, so as we start an hour of yin, before we start, find a comfortable seated position. And as always, before we actually move into the practice, seeing if we can just give ourselves a couple of moments to bring the awareness to the practice. So hands are going to come to the knees or down by the side, wherever feels comfortable. And then just kind of close down the eyes softly. And then let's just gently bring the awareness to the practice. Just notice how the mind is today. Notice how the body feels. Just give the mind a chance to start to slow down. Maybe leaving anything that's happened today, in the past. Any temptation to rush ahead into the poses of the practice. Just feel the body in complete stillness. Bringing your awareness into the body, into the mind. Noticing the heart rate, noticing the natural rate of the breath. So yin is quite a deep practice. So this evening we're going to work to go really inwards into the pose. See if we can create more space in the body. And give the body and the mind a chance to completely relax and restore. So we've got an hour on the mat, supported by the cushions. Option here if you want to set yourself an intention. So maybe dedicate the practice to somebody that needs your kindness or love. Maybe that's yourself. Option for the next 60 minutes. Just question why you came to the mat today. What's your motivation to sit in silence with the practice? And then we're going to start to connect with the breath. So gently feeling the inhale in through the nose. And the exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Starting to really exaggerate the breath. Deepen the inhale in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Sealing the mouth shut. We're going to stick to inhale and exhale through in and out through the nose. So inhaling in deeply through the nose, feel the belly rise. Exhale through the nose, feel the body soften. So see if we can keep that pace for the rest of the practice. So unless we do a particular breathing exercise, we want the mouth closed with deep inhale and exhale. Really exaggerate the breath, especially if the mind or the vision starts to wander to something distracting, just bring it back to the breath. And then when you're ready, gently blinking the eyes open to about halfway. And then you're going to sweep your hands either side, reach up to the sky, and then bring your hands to heart, and then bring it down the center line right through to the heart. And the inhale, reach up. And the exhale down. So we create some space with the exhale. On the inhale, we reach up and make ourselves nice and tall. And on the exhale, we sink the shoulders down, sink the hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale down. One more. Inhale, reach up. When you reach to the sky, pause at the top. Hands at prayer. See if you can drop your shoulders away from your ears. Keep the hands nice and still. Sink the shoulder blades down the back. And then when you're ready on the exhale, you're going to exit the arms down to cactus. So in cactus, elbows nice and bent, pinch the shoulder blades together. We're just going to try and start to work any tension out before we come to stillness. So a busy mind and busy body can find it difficult to meditate and sit in a relaxed pose. So seeing if we can get rid of any of them negative emotions that might be with us today. So on the inhale, you're going to inhale the arms up to prayer above your head. And then on the exhale, exhale down and twist the body to the left very slightly. Inhale up. Exhale out the opposite way. So just really starting to get into the back. I want to inhale up nice and slowly. Exhale, take it down. Inhale up. Exhale the opposite side. Notice one side was maybe difficult than the other. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Take a couple more of these on each side. Inhale up. See if you can twist a little bit further with the spine. So we want the legs to stay where they are. Just try and twist in the upper part of the body. Nice detoxing twist for the body on a Sunday. And also helps us relax if we've moved any of that energy blocks through the body. Take one more. And then when you're ready, hands above your head to pray. Exhale, melt the hands down to heart. Right hand's going to come onto the left knee. And then let's just place our left hand behind us and gently look over the left shoulder. Making sure the body's nice and tall. The left hand is just supporting the body, so there's no weight into the left hand. Gently look over the left shoulder. And then keep the body exactly where it is, but just move your head so you're looking over your right shoulder. So head's twisting to the right, body's twisting to the left. Remembering the breath, we inhale through the nose, we exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale, twist a little bit further with the body. And then when you're ready, unravel the arms nice and slow. And then left hand comes to the right knee. Right hand behind, or wherever it can be at the side. We just want a nice twist to the right, sitting nice and tall. Inhale, look over your right shoulder. Hold there for one breath. Exaggerate the breath, really fill the belly with air, and then keep the body where it is, but just look over your left shoulder. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Nice. Inhale and deeply sit tall. As you exhale, let's see if you can twist that body a little bit further. And then when you're ready, gently unravel the arms. Taking a couple of circles with the arms, so hands are going to come to the shoulders. Imagine you're drawing a circle with the elbows in front. Up as much as you can and then back round. So it might be a bit crunchy when you get to the top, so we're going to use the breath here. We're going to inhale forward and up. Exhale down and round. Inhale forward and up. Exhale down and round. See if we can really connect with the breath. So if I was next to you now, see if I could hear your inhale through the nose, nice and noisy. And exhale through the nose as well. Taking the circles a little bit slower. So in yin, we want to really slow down the movement so we can get a little bit deeper. And then when you're ready, you're going to change direction. So this time the elbows are going to go back, up and forward. Notice what this does to the back. Maybe it arches the lower back. Maybe it pings a couple of muscles, or maybe it feels quite nice. Just notice what's happening for you in the practice. One more big circle, going nice and slow. And then when you're ready, drop the elbows down the side of the body. So hands are still on the shoulders. But this time we're going to inhale the elbows up in line with the shoulders, and then exhale, drop. So we're going to do this a little bit more forceful so we can really shake off any of the energy that is in the shoulders that we don't need. So on the inhale, sit nice and tall, bring the elbows in line with the shoulders, hands on the shoulders. On the exhale, drop them nice and hard. Inhale up, exhale, drop. I'm going to use the mouth here. So inhale up with the nose, drop and exhale through the mouth. Inhale up, exhale mouth. Inhale up, exhale mouth. Inhale fresh energy. Exhale any negative energy. Inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale up. Exhale, drop. Last one. This time you're going to inhale in, but as you get to the top, hold there. Hold your breath at the top. Hold the arms nice and high. Feel the belly nice and tight, and then eventually when you're ready, nice and slow, exhale out. Let's try that one more time. Inhale up, arms up, breath comes up, hold at the top of the breath. Really engage the stomach muscles to hold that breath in. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And then when you're ready, exhale nice and slow. Gently releasing the hands to the arms. One last move before we come back down to the mat. Left hand's going to come to the side of the body, to the floor. Fingers just gently to the ground, but not taking any weight. And then you can inhale the right arm nice and tall. Drop the shoulder down as if the shoulder blade is kind of like sucking into the socket. And then very gently look up to your right arm and see if you can gently guide your body over to the left, reaching over as if you're trying to grab an apple off the tree, a bottle of wine from the top shelf. Reach that right arm over and you should feel a nice stretch down the right side of the body. If this is too much for the neck, you can gently look down to the ground. And then if it's available to you, see if you can put that forearm onto the floor, or if you've got a cushion, your forearm can come to a cushion and feel nice and supported. So we're going to hang out here for a little bit. So I want you to make sure that your chest is facing forward. So if you've got writing on a t-shirt, I should be able to read it in front of you. Try not to concave the right arm down. Shining that armpit, the right armpit to the sky. Feel that stretch down the right side. Make sure the legs are nice and heavy. Close down the eyes if the mind's getting a little bit distracted. See if you can take that right hand a little bit further with the exhale. So on the inhale, reach that right arm nice and straight. And then on the exhale, take it a little bit further and really deepen that stretch down the right side. So remembering the breath is what helps us in the deep stretches. We hold the stretch and lose the breath, then we'll come out of the stretch. And then we'll get agitated, we'll get frustrated. If we deeply breathe, we tell the body to relax and restore and to deepen into the muscles a little bit more. So inhale in through the nose for the count of 3. Exhale through the nose for the count of 4. In for 3. Out for 4. Inhaling deeply for 3. Exhale out. Find a pace of the breath that works for you. If that right arm starting to get a little bit tired, then bring it back to the breath. Send all that fresh oxygen to all parts of the body. Bring your presence, so the awareness to the present moment. And then when you're ready, gently drop that right arm all the way to the ground. Walk both hands in front of you. And we're just going to come to a bit of a forward fold. So legs crossed. Maybe using a cushion behind you if you need to. Arms are going to be in front. And just finding a place where you can get a little bit of a forward fold. So you don't need to be close to the floor to get benefit from this. The idea is that the spine is nice and straight. And then the chest is leading a little bit closer towards the ground. Keep the legs nice and heavy. Tuck the chin to the chest. Give the back of the neck, nice long stretch. Inhale deeply. Exhale out. As you inhale, see if you can really send the breath to the bottom of the belly. As you exhale out, soften that bend a little bit further in the forward fold. Inhale in fresh energy. Exhale out anything that no longer serves you. Continue with this for 5 breaths at your own pace. In and out. As you inhale, really feel the belly rise up. Exhale, soften. When you're ready, gently walking your hands a little bit closer towards the body. And then we're going to go straight over onto the other side. So if you've got a cushion, you can use that on the right side. Otherwise, the fingertips just into the ground. Inhale the left arm up to the sky, nice and straight. And then when you're ready, make sure that chest is shining forward, armpit shining up towards, kind of towards the sky, but more towards the in front. So the chest is nice and straight. And then reach over towards the right and feel a stretch down the left side here. When down to the forearm if that's available to you. If you've got a cushion, You can even come completely onto the cushion on the right side, which is really supportive. So see if we can really listen to the body, what it wants here. Find that really niche point of the muscle in the side that really needs a little bit of a deeper stretch. And then hold and breathe. Close down the eyes so the mind's not distracted. Feel the belly rise. Feel the belly fall. Giving yourself permission to be fully present in the pose. Deeply breathe in and out. That left arm is starting to get a little bit tired. Then deepen the breath. And the body extra focus. See if you can go a little bit further. Making sure that chest is nice and straight to the front. Take 2 more deep breaths in and out. And then when you're ready, gently bringing that left arm to the ground. Walk the hands in front of the body. Walk the hands back towards the body, coming back up to a seated position. Be prepared to come back down to the mat. Straighten the legs out in front of you. Coming down to the mat with the back, but keep the knees bent and the feet into the mat. So you can use a cushion here under the head if you need to, but just make sure that the chin isn't tucked too much towards the chest. So we want a nice neutral spine. So if you do have a cushion, then maybe just place it at the back of your shoulder blades as well. And then seeing if you can find a place where the shoulder blades are nice and tight together. The back is connected to the ground, shoulders nice and away from the ears. And then we're just going to start to wake up the legs so that we can get a bit of a deeper stretch and relaxation into the hamstrings, the calves and the hips. Sorry, the quads and the hips even. And then we're just going to inhale the left leg towards the sky. So right knee is bent. Foot can be quite far away from you or quite close in. Just see what works for you. Let's place our hands either side of the belly button. So fingers spread wide and then rib clasping on each side of the body, a bit like they're mirroring the ribs. Push the lower back into the ground and see if you can push that left heel away from you. So imagining that you're trying to kick through a door or push away to the ground, kick that left heel away and keep the left leg nice and straight. Close down the eyes if the mind's getting a bit distracted. Bring your awareness to that left leg. So the hamstring getting a nice stretch here as you push that heel away. Flex the foot really. Imagine you're trying to pull your toes towards your shins. And then when you're ready, you're going to inhale that left knee and bend it towards the chest. On the exhale, you're going to straighten again. So we're just moving with the breath nice and slow in the energy lines. Inhale and bend your knee. Exhale, push away. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. This time the left foot's going to come on top of the right knee. Push it, flexing the foot, and you're going to let both of the legs fall over to the right. So the left, you can even shuffle your hips more towards the left if you need to. Left foot's going to come down to the mat on the right. And then the right knee, as close as it can, just let it drop over towards the right. You can look over your left shoulder here for a bit of a deeper twist. Keep your hands on your stomach so you can feel the inhale and exhale. The belly rises and falls. So we're getting a nice deep twist into the left hip here. So just bring your awareness to the sensations in the left hip, the glutes, the thigh, the inner groin. Notice what happens for you here and just hold and breathe. Giving yourself permission to be present in the pose. Permission to be still. With every exhale, see if you can switch off the muscles of the hips so the legs really fall over to the right. Take 3 more deep breaths in at your own pace. Really feel the belly rise. Feel that stretch in the left hip, create a little bit more space with the exhale. And then only when you're ready, roll your head back first to a neutral gaze. And then gently walk the feet back to the mat. Take the feet mat width, so the feet are going to be nice and wide. You're going to let the knees fall into centre line. You might have a couple of clicks here in your hip or your thighs. See if you can walk your feet as wide as possible and really let the knees fall into the centre. Hands can go to the stomach again, so you've got a nice connection with the breath. Notice what this brings up for you in the hips, maybe the thighs or the quads. Close down the eyes and just give the body a moment to connect back in with a neutral spine before we change sides for the twist. With an inhale in, exhale out. Take one more breath, and then when you're ready, after the next exhale, gently walk the feet back in to meet each other. This time you're going to drop the knees out to the side and come to butterfly pose. Just for a second before we do the twist on the opposite side to make sure the hips are nice and happy. Just going to bounce out the knees, so the palms, soles of the feet together like palms of the hand in prayer, and then just gently bounce out the knees. When you're ready, gently bring the knees back together, walk them back to feet to hip width distance. Straighten the right leg to the sky this time. Flex the foot. See if you can connect the lower back with the ground. If you can't, then bring the leg a little bit lower or higher, making sure that the spine is nice and happy. And then you're going to push that right heel into the sky. Flex the foot as if you're pulling the right toes towards the right shin. Inhale in, bend the knee and bring the right knee to the chest. Exhale, straighten that right leg and float it away. Inhale in. Exhale, straighten. Go nice and slow and fluid. Inhale and slowly bring the knee in. Exhale even slower and straighten that leg out. So you can look at your foot for a focus point to follow the foot, or you can keep your eyes closed. Doing this a few more times, really getting into that right leg. Releasing any tension in the hamstrings so that when we come to relaxation, the body can melt a little bit further and not be as distracted by any tightness in the muscles. So a couple more of these as you inhale in, exhale, straighten. And then when you're ready, the right foot's going to bend, the right knee's going to bend even, and you're going to place your right foot on the left knee. And then just gently let that right foot fall towards the right. You can shimmy the right hips a little bit more towards the right to give you a little bit more space. You can even use a cushion to catch the right foot on the floor. Or if the right foot can connect to the floor, let the hips fall over completely to the left. Arms can come out like a T, or maybe cactus arms for a bit of stretch in the shoulders as well. And then look over the right shoulder. So we've got a nice twist in each direction. Really let them left hips sink over to the left. Let the right leg completely go. You might automatically want to use the muscles of the right leg and the hip to keep your leg up. Just the body's automatic reaction. Just take a deep inhale in, and then exhale, completely let go of all the muscles in the right hip. Inhaling deeply. Exhale, soften into the pose. Continuing with the breath for 5 more breaths in this pose. Notice if the mind's starting to get distracted, just bring it back to the breath. Try not to be too judgmental, it's just what the mind is used to do. In yoga, we're just training the mind to be more present in the moment in the pose. And not getting carried away with the stories that the mind makes up. Create a little bit more space with the exhale for the last couple of breaths. And then when you're ready, head comes back to neutral first. Lift the knees back up, feet come back down to the mat. And then feet go mat width again and let the knees fall into center line. So again, just resetting the hips after the twist. See if you can walk the feet as wide as you can and really let the knees fall into center. Deepen the breath, feel the body rise. Deepen the exhale, feel the body soften. Reminding yourself here why you came to practice tonight. What made you get on the mat? What is your intention? And just bringing your awareness to any negative energy that you feel like you need to let go of. And you're ready, very gently walk the feet back in to meet each other. Soles of the feet come together, knees come out, and we'll just quickly come through butterfly pose by bouncing the knees and the hips, a nice release. And then when you're ready, we're rolling over onto the right side. Tucking your knees into your chest and coming to fetal position. Make yourself a nice little pillow with your hands if you've not got a cushion under your hands. And then using your hands to push yourself back up to a seated position, nice and slow. We're going to set up for a seated twist. So if you've got cushions or bolsters, and you can grab them now. So working your way onto your left hip. So we want the left knee to be one side of the mat and the left hip to be the opposite, like a straight line. You've not got a mat then, as long as it's in a straight line, that's what we want. And then you're going to walk the pillows or the cushions and see if you can line them up so that the body's going to twist, and we're going to take the chest over the cushions. So if you've got length cushions, that's best. If you've got normal cushions, then just stacking them to a height that's right for you. And then finding a position for your leg. So it feels quite nice for me to have my right leg in line with my foot. So my sole of my left foot is on the top of my right thigh. Or you can have your knees on top of each other. Just find what works for you. And then you're going to walk your hands either side of the cushions. Maybe have another cushion handy just in case when you get down there you need a little bit more. And then your hands are going to come either side. You're going to sit nice and tall and make the spine nice and long. Twist the body over the cushions and then walk the chest. Imagine your heart's like a magnet and you're trying to magnetize it down to the ground. You're going to place your left cheek into the cushions. Hands are going to come either side. And just find a position where you can completely be supported by the cushions. Notice if your legs are happy or whether you want a bit more of a challenging, deeper stretch. Maybe walk the legs to a different position. Close down the eyes if they're not already closed. Make sure the arms are nice and supported. So if they're a bit off the ground, maybe prop them under a cushion. Or you can even hug under the cushion. So as if you're hugging the pillow. And then just gently Making sure the eyelids are nice and heavy. Relax the forehead. Relax the jaw. Connect back in with the breath. So wherever the belly is, see if you can really inhale and feel the belly rise. Maybe against the cushions, maybe against the legs. As you exhale, see if you can let that body completely surrender to the cushions and the air. So this pose is really good to be nice and supported. And just notice how much deeper the body can go when we feel supported. Trying to exhale and let go of any fear. Let go of any ego. Inhaling deeply through the nose. Exhale, soften the body. And then on your next inhale, I want you to take a really deep breath in and see if you can send the breath to the right shoulder blade. So obviously the breath goes to the same place when we breathe in, through the lungs and the stomach. But as you breathe in, see if you can really breathe in and create some more space in that right shoulder blade. Taking the breath a little bit deeper, sending your awareness to the right shoulder, trying to open up through the side of that right lung. And then exhale, release. Inhale deeply. Open up into that right shoulder. Exhale, soften the right shoulder. Continuing to I'm so zen, I can't speak. Breathe deeply into the right lungs, the right ribs. Creating more space, moving any negative energy blocks, any stale energy, any knots, any tension. Renewing them with a new lease of life with a fresh breath. Exhale, release. Keeping the arms where they are if that feels comfortable. Or option for the last part of the pose, just to turn your arms the other way so the palms are facing up, but they're kind of in line with the hips. So the shoulders are just having a bit of an opposite way of the rotation. So arms down by the sides of the legs, palms facing up. Notice if that releases any of the difficult muscles in the shoulders, the tension, the neck. If you're at the part of the playlist that I'm at, don't worry, it's not silent. It's just the part of the song giving us a bit of time of silence before the next one. Inhaling deeply. Exhale, see if you can let that heart sink a little bit closer towards the ground. Connecting the heart chakra, the heart space. Feeling so fully supported by the ground and the air. If there's any tension around the heart or the collarbone or the shoulders. Visualizing the colour blue in the heart space. Visualizing the energy around the heart, the collarbone. Nice and soft, nice and open. Taking a few more deep breaths for the last part of the pose. Take one more deep breath in down that right side of the body. Exhale out. Bring the hands back down to the mat. Seeing if you can keep your eyes closed. Very slowly push your body back up off the mat with the hands. And then before we come back to seated, we're just going to take a circle with that right arm. So bringing the weight onto the left arm, just circle that right arm up to the sky, back round. Clockwise or anti-clockwise first, and then we'll change direction. Maybe putting a soft bend in the elbow. Imagine you're sweeping the arm up and round, really trying to get into the back of that right shoulder blade. Using the breath, see if we can move very gracefully and slowly. I don't think graceful is a word I'd normally use to describe me, but we'll try. And then change direction when you're ready. So either anti-clockwise or the opposite way. Nice and slow, keep the eyes closed if you can. Just trying to work the shoulder round and round. Clicking out any of that tension. The right arm starts to get a bit tired, bring it back to the breath. Feel that energy in the arm, the tiredness, feel it as heat. As the energy starts to create down the arm. One more big circle. And then when you're ready, hands come back down to the mat. Walk the hands back to the hips. And then whatever way you want to change direction, you can just swing your legs over to the right, turn the body behind you, back round. So this time the right knee is to the one side of the mat and the right hip is the opposite side. Working the cushions so they're nice and supported right by the hip. Again, pick where you want your legs. Your knees can be together or you can have them a little bit apart. And then let's do the same. So hands either side of the cushions, spine nice and straight. Start to sit up and really twist the body around the cushions. And then when you're ready, you're going to gently, slowly walk the chest onto the cushions. So you feel nice and supported. So right cheek can come to the mat. Or if you want, you can take your left cheek to have a bit of a deeper twist, but just be careful of the neck. And then again, same on this side. Arms release either side with the palms face down so we feel nice and grounded. If you need a cushion to put up under the arms, then maybe just do that, or maybe push your hands under the cushion. Finding a place where the body can come to stillness in the pose. Really noticing what's happening here in the pose for us. So the legs are nice and open and twisted to the right. The body is fully supported by the ground and the cushions. The heart is like a magnet towards the chest, the ground. The chest is melting a little bit further. Notice any sensation this brings up in the right or left hip. Connect back in with the breath as you deeply inhale and exhale. As you start to deepen your inhale, really bring that breath to the left side of the body. So breathing in, create an extra space in that left rib, left lung, left chest. Inhale deeply. Exhale, soften the body a little bit more. Notice if any muscles in the hips or the stomach maybe want to keep working to keep the body up. Just give them permission to restore and stop. Really sending that breath to the left side of the body. Taking 4 more deep breaths in here, your own pace. And then option to keep the arms where they are, or maybe options to turn the shoulders the opposite rotation. So the palms of the hands come to face up, bending the elbows, putting the hands either side of the body by the knees. And just find a place where you can completely let go of the shoulder blades. Remember to stay connected to the breath. So you can relish in the feeling of complete stillness. Nowhere to be, nothing to do. Giving yourself permission to be completely present. Taking 2 more deep breaths in and out. And then when you're ready, seeing if you can keep the eyes closed. Push the body back up, and then this time taking circles with the opposite arm. So right hand comes into the mat, and then we're just going to circle that arm, the left shoulder really getting into the shoulder blade. Take the circles nice and slow. Notice any clicks. See if you can keep the body still and just move with the arm. Sweeping it forwards, sweeping it back. Clicks are welcome. Contrary to popular belief, actually quite good to release any of the misaligned issues or maybe muscles of tension around the joints. And then change direction when you're ready and take the circles in opposite way. Making sure the hips are nice and relaxed to the ground. Notice any tiredness in the arms as you move around, and just bring your awareness that that's the energy moving in the arms. And bring your awareness back to the breath. 2 more big circles. And then when you're ready, hands come to the floor. You're going to swing your legs round in front of you so you come back to a seated or your sitting bones. And then we're going to come down to the mat, leading our way towards final relaxation. So for this evening's final relaxation, I'm going to give you a couple of options. So you can come straight to Shavasana now, if that feels right for you. Or I'm going to suggest that you get the cushions and stack cushions under the back of the knees, so that when you come to lie down, the bum and the feet will be on the floor. The back of the knees and the back of the thighs will just be slightly raised. So this is really good for the lower back, which majority of people at some time in their life will have an issue with. Making sure that the hips are nice and supported. If you want to put a cushion behind your head, again, you can, but try not to put it just behind your head so that your neck's pushed forward, because that'll put too much pressure on the back. If you are going to put a cushion, make sure that the top of the shoulders are also supported. If you've got maybe a cushion or an eye pillow, just pop that on your eyes, and then we're going to come lay down. I want you to walk your knees so they're a little bit more than hip width distance. You've got a little bit of space. Lower back down to the mat. Make sure that you've got a nice straight spine. So make sure there's a nice space between the chin and the chest. Space between the ears and the shoulders. Let the feet fall out to the side. Hands are either side of the body, but you're going to walk them away from the body. You can come to a T with the arms, or maybe just out as if you're about to ready to do a curtsy. Palms face up. And leading the body into our deep relaxation. You need to focus on the sound of the music from the playlist. And we should be on a song where you can hear the noise of gentle hum in and then hum out. I'm going to see if we can mirror that with the breath. So we're going to take nice breaths in with each noise, and then exhale out as it ends. So for any reason you're not on the song, just taking a deep inhale and count for the count of 3 in, 3 out. Taking a deep breath in and then out. Finding your pace for the breath, whether that be to marry the song or whether just in for 3 and out for 3. Fully bring your awareness to the breath and let go of every part of the body. Use the count of the breath as your focus. Try not to get frustrated if the mind loses its way, counting the breath, following the breath. Just gently guide it back to the inhale and exhale. Letting the shoulder blades be completely melted into the ground. Letting the eyelids be heavy. Letting go of any of the negative stories the mind's made up this week, maybe caused by anxiety or fear, self-doubt. Bringing your awareness to the warmth in the body. Stillness of every part of the body from the head to the toe. Keeping your awareness on the breath. Let anything else just slide away. Connecting the breath to any of the sounds around you. Take a deep inhale. And then with the change in sound, exhale, release. Slow down the breath so we can slow down the mind, slow down the body. Option to stay here if this feels the right place for you, or option to bend your knees and place your feet on the cushions that have been supporting you. Just to have a little bit of an inversion with the knees bent. And then option to grab the knees and really hug them into the chest, folding the body in half at the hips, letting the lower back sink into the mat. Crossing the feet if you put your knees into your chest. Just gently starting to rock from side to side. Massaging into the lower back, the adrenal glands, the digestive system. All the muscles and organs that work all day, every day for us. When you're ready, if your knees are bent, just bringing them back to stillness, hugging the knees into the chest. Notice the crease in the hips and the front of the pelvis. Bringing your awareness to the practice and being grateful for the opportunity to be completely still. And boundaries between ourselves and anything that stresses or triggers us. Connect with any sensations in the body or the mind, any colours, any warmth or coldness. And leaving knees hugged into the chest, gently put them back down the mat. Legs are nice and long, supported by the cushions. Option to stay here for relaxation in supported Shavasana, or if you would rather, you can move the cushions away and just be completely laid down into the mat. Starting Shavasana with a quick pranayama before we lead the body into deeper relaxation. We're going to do 4-way yogic breath. So breathe in 4 ways. We're going to inhale deeply for the count of 3 through the nose. Hold at the top of the breath for 3. Exhale out for 3. And then at the end of your exhale, just pause. And again, inhale in for 3. Hold at the top. Exhale out. Pause. Inhale in deeply. Hold at the top of the breath. Make sure the body is soft. Exhale out. Pause. Inhale in deeply. Hold at the top. Exhale out. Pause. Taking the 4-way breath a little bit longer. This time inhale in for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top of the breath. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just pause. Keep the body completely still. Keep the breath still. Inhale in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Make sure the shoulders are nice and heavy. Hold the breath in. Exhale out. Pause at the end of the exhale. Option to continue with the 4-way breath for relaxation. And then when you're ready, just gently letting go of the breath and bringing the sensations to the body. So before we start Shavasana, reminding yourself of your intention today. Connecting with that inner voice, which knows what the body needs. Giving yourself permission to completely let go of any negative energy, any tension. Permission to completely restore, recharge. Let the body be heavy as you feel it melt into the mat. The weight of the head and the shoulders. The arms, the wrists, the hands. And the chest, the stomach. And to the hips, the groin. And the left leg to the toes. And the right leg to the toes. Option to use visualization. Just imagining a gentle pressure on the chest. So maybe hands. Pushing down very gently on the top of the shoulders, the front of the chest. Maybe a warm wheat bag, a water bottle. Whatever it is that feels right for you to visualize, just imagining that compression down on the shoulders, down on the heart space, easing the body into a deeper relaxation. The mind gets distracted. Gently bring it back to the awareness of the body. And just remembering that that is what the mind does. Shavasana, we're training the body, dedicated to the practice, to remind the body to let go. Silently repeating the mantra in your head. I'm grateful for this moment of relaxation. I'm grateful for this moment of relaxation. Gently start to connect back in with the breath. Start to extend the inhale and extend the exhale. As you inhale, fill the belly with fresh oxygen. As you exhale, feel the belly fall. Start to gently wiggle the fingers and toes. Rock the head from side to side. And then rolling over onto your left side. Tucking the knees into the chest to fetal position. Give yourself a moment. Final relaxation before we come back up to finish the practice. When you're ready, finishing the practice in a comfortable seated position. Option to finish it in Shavasana. It feels a really good, juicy Shavasana. Maybe finding a comfortable cross-legged position. An option for a last stretch of the hips. You can finish in hero pose, which is knees wide, and either sitting the bum in between the heels or maybe propping a cushion in between the knees and just sitting back onto the cushion. Wherever you are, just taking any intuitive movements that feel right. So maybe a couple of arm stretches. And then when you're ready, wherever you are, you're going to place your right hand on your on your left shoulder and your left hand on your right shoulder. So nice and crossed over the body and the heart space. Feel the elbows sink in towards the heart. Gently close down the eyes and let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Feel the energy around the heart space as the arms cross over. Bringing your awareness back to your intention that you set at the start of class. Giving yourself some gratitude for spending an hour to stop and let the body and mind restore. Noticing how different you feel compared to when you came to the practice. And then when you're ready, releasing the arms. And then you're going to change opposite way. So if the left arm is on top before, just changing it the opposite direction. So the other arm is in front. Tuck the chin to the chest and get a nice last stretch for the back of the neck. Option to gently rock the head from side to side, just releasing the neck muscles, bringing them back to the room, back to the awareness. And then gently releasing the hands to the knees. Palms are going to face down as we do an evening practice to feel grounded. And then we're going to seal the practice shut with a deep cleansing breath through the mouth. So we're going to inhale in deeply for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Inhale in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale it out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale any negative energy. One more. Inhale in deeply. Exhale out. Gently shoot the hands above you to prayer and then bring it down to heart space. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring all that energy right back down to the heart space. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down, keeping the hands at prayer heart center this time. Really push the thumb into the chest bone. Lower your gaze down to your hands. Showing gratitude for the practice of yoga to connect with the mind, body, and breath. Gratitude for each other for sharing the practice and your energy with me this evening. Knowing the breath is there for you whenever you need it. To take a moment to stop, pause, and feel grounded. Inhale your hands at prayer to your third eye and your forehead. May you have kind thoughts. Hands to your lips, may you have kind words for yourself and others. And hands to your heart, may you stay healthy and happy. The light in me sees and acknowledges the light in you, bound to the practice and to each other. Namaste. 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 Thank you.
Namaste. Bye, Mama.
You're welcome.